And we do welcome you to the Trojan Classic here in Hillsboro. The championship game about set to go for the Clay Center Lady Tigers, a rematch of last year's matchup with Hesston. Hesston won that matchup 41-33. That was a one-point game going to the fourth quarter, and it free throws down the stretch worth the difference in the ball game. Clay Center today comes in at 11-0. Hesston at 9-3. Should be a heavyweight matchup for the championship, the Trojan Classic here in Hillsboro. Stay with us. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and look at some of the numbers, how these two teams got here. We'll do that next. For the Hesston Swathers, they make it into the championship game at 9-3 on the season. Their wins coming over Hillsboro in the opening round, 55-21. Then they matched up with Riley County. That was tied through about 2.5 quarters, and then they were able to just pull away down the stretch. It was a 45-32 final in that matchup. For the Clay Center Lady Tigers, it started with the win against Holcomb. They really pulled away 49-20 the final, and then they get their win over Republic County 46-31 in the ball game last night, and now they find themselves yesterday afternoon. Now they match up with Hesston. Last year's game, it was Courtney Hamill who had 16 points. Of course, she has now moved on for the Lady Tigers, but she had just one of those special games that so many times happen. It was also Cammie Richardson for Hesston who had 16. She also has graduated, but there is another Richardson on this squad. Elena Dunleavy is back. You remember that name from last year, 5'7" junior. They also start Abby Weber outside, a 5'7" junior, Olivia Brubaker, a 5'6" senior. Dunleavy and Brubaker will really defend on the basketball and overplay the passing lanes. Then you have Kaylee Jo Ince. She's back again this year. She had a great performance, 10 points against the Lady Tigers in the championship game. She's a 6'2" junior. And a lot of the offense will run through what she does, especially as they run against the Lady Tiger man-to-man. Riley Schilling, 6'1" and a sophomore, and she's big down inside the post. And then off the sideline is Kelty Richardson, another daughter of the coach of this Hesston Swather team. So be a good matchup. Starting lineup's about to go here. Phil Casper's over at the TVL in Washington as well. We can check back in one more time with Flip, and we'll get set to go here with the tip-off. Phil?
All right, Rock, thanks. Here getting set for championship Saturday, girls championship game. Just heard the Hanover Lady Wildcats take third place in a dominant win over the Wetmore Cardinals. Here we've got Washington County taking on Centralia. This is the Centralia team, Rocky, that has struggled a little bit in this tournament. They have done just enough to win games, and we watched Washington County last night against Hanover. They did everything right last night. Now, Hanover made a run at them, but just enough in the end to win. They led big in that game in the third quarter. So Washington County getting set to take on Centralia championship Saturday at the TVL.
Championship Saturday, the remainder of our games here on KCLY this evening. It's been a full day of fun coverage around the KCLY community. By the way, the Tiger Wrestlers, quickly update you there. They have wrapped up. Hunter Mullen did win the championship in his weight class, 152. Then you had Peyton Lane taking a fourth-place finish. It would be a fifth place for Red Compass and for Ryan Tears, and a third place for Zeb Bloom, the Tiger Wrestlers, at the Beloit Invitational. Here, the Lady Tigers getting set to work against Hesston. This is the championship tilt, a rematch of last year's ball game. Starting lineups being announced. Your tip-off coming up next.
Quickly improve your new year with Pulse Internet up to 1,000 megabits per second from Twin Valley. Speeding up your internet is an easy resolution to achieve. Plus, it may help with other resolutions like reducing stress by getting rid of internet that is too slow for your needs. How many new devices did you add to your household this Christmas? Have more fun with a better streaming experience with Pulse Internet from Twin Valley. Call 800-515-3311 for a speedier 2017.
With fall harvest in the bin, it's time to plan next season's bumper crop with Oldie seed, corn, and soybean varieties. We take pride in the latest technology. Oldie will be one of the first to bring our family of producers the latest Extend, LibertyLink, and Enlist soybean varieties. This season, if you want to give your fields a big Wildcat first down, plant a high-performance corn or soybean variety from Oldie Seed, proud sponsor of Kansas State football.
Lady Tigers start with Allie Wright Frederick, the 5'5" senior. Lauren Lane, 5'9" and a senior. 6' junior Hannah Ferguson will jump center. Addie Mullen, a 5'4" sophomore. And Sid Calloway, a 5'8" junior. The Lady Tigers 11-0, 9-3 Hesston. Championship underway, and the Swathers do control the opening tip-off. The pass down court from Dunleavy is knocked out of bounds by Lauren Lane, and that's something Clay Center will try to do throughout, disrupt the transition game of Hesston. They love to get out and go and then reverse the basketball, and the Lady Tigers on the opening possession off the tip-off do a good job of disrupting that. In the left corner now with it is Brubaker. She'll bring it out with a dribble. Lane on her. Lady Tigers in a man-to-man, which is typical of what you'll see from, of course, Clay Center throughout the year. Mainly man-to-man as well for Hesston, although they do play a little 1-3-1 here and there. Here's Ince inside. Haley Jo Ince gets the bucket. The first one misses, goes right back up. And when they reverse the basketball, she and Schilling and also Richardson will really seal and post down inside, and that's what happened on the reversal this trip for Hesston against the Lady Tiger defense. Here's Hannah Ferguson outside, and deep left it comes to Addie Mullen, who will back it out. Just underway in the championship of the Trojan Classic. Did just see the Bennington Bulldogs come from behind to be Republic County for third place in the boys' side, and the Riley County Falcon girls held off Republic County in a 33-30 ball game for third. Man-to-man for Hesston. Clay Center running offense. Hannah Ferguson well beyond the arc. Now goes to the post. Here's Lauren Lane. Kick out. Sid Calloway. She'll attack with the dribble. Can't get a shot away. Back to Lane in the paint. Outside around right to right. Frederick. Allie holds there. Ball fake and dribble drive all the way to the lane. Has it blocked. No contact. Picked up by Dunleavy. And it'll be back to the way for Hesston. Right wing with it. Jump pass outside. Comes to Abby Weber. She is guarded by Mullen. Near steal by Calloway. It is a drive inside and a charging foul taken by Lauren Lane. Something Coach Jeff Edwards preached to his team. They've got opportunities to draw charges against this team. They love to go to the basket. And Lauren Lane in perfect position down low, able to draw the charge and pick up the first foul. So Clay Center gets it back down by a 2-0 margin. Allie Wright Frederick down court quickly to Calloway. Sid has it outside off the screen to Lauren Lane. Ferguson flashes inside, had a smaller defender, but not a safe pass to get in there. Ferguson now kicks it out to Mullen. Corner left, right Frederick. Back outside deep for Addie. And Mullen will put the dribble down with the offense set. They put three across the bottom. Pass from Calloway, batted away for a moment by the Hesston Swathers. Now picked up by Calloway. To the right wing, it goes to Mullen. Dunleavy that time able to get out there and get a bat at it, but unable to pick it up. Now inside the lane, it's Mullen posting, and she finishes with a bump. Addie Mullen with a chance at a three-point play down inside, and a 5-4 sophomore goes in on the block, posted up strong, drop step right with that left hand up strong, and able to draw the foul and to get the bucket. Tied up, and Mullen with a free throw coming. 5:54 remains opening quarter, tied at 2. Addie Mullen. Free throw on its way, and it's going to be off the mark. Rebound, though. Lauren Lane had it for a moment. Now it's loose in the corner, and it's picked up by Kelby Richardson, who had just come in off the sideline, the freshman for Hesston. Into the front court will come Olivia Brubaker. Now the drive by Ince. Kick across lane. Dunleavy into the paint. Lost for a moment. Great hustle play by Lauren Lane on the ground and saves it to Mullen. Numbers the other way. Mullen goes into the paint, but she traveled with the basketball. 3-on-1, and Mullen with that left hand got by a defender that kind of bobbled it as she started into the paint. And so the basketball does go back to Hesston in a 2-2 tie with 5.5 to work here in the first quarter. Back down the other way, Dunleavy. A lot of control, able to kick it back outside to Brubaker. Haley Franson in and on her right now. Now the pass off right and deep to Richardson. She's used her dribble up. Now up top it comes to Dunleavy. Franson on her. Off left now, the dribble drive on the left side by Elise Kaiser, and she is fouled on her way into the lane. Kaiser had 18 in the opening night for Hesston against Hillsboro, 8 in the last game. She's another one of the freshmen for this Swathers team. Tied at 2, 5:10 to work opening quarter. In the corner it comes to Richardson, who holds outside. Now at the top is Kaiser against Wright Frederick. The foul was on Allie, her first. Here's Ince inside. Up, no good. Rebound, Richardson spins with the left hand, no. And there, Lauren Lane's going to draw the foul and Ince over the back. Ince got the first offensive board, and then the look for Richardson, and neither one going. Finally, the Hesston Swathers go over the top. Lauren Lane with good position down low. Still tied at 2, just under 5 to work. We're in the first quarter. Wright Frederick walks it up with Brubaker in her face. Now crosses the timeline. Stops, goes high post to Ferguson. Hannah looks inside. There's a drive by Callaway. Off balance and drops it in. The sidewalk surfer drops it in with a bump and off balance. And the Lady Tigers have their first lead now at 4-2. Ball to the baseline. Kaiser, dribble drive, caught in a double team, in trouble, and lost it out of bounds. They'll say that Haley Franson actually knocked it out of her hands, and it will stay on Hesston's end of the floor. Ferguson, good feed that last time down, but Callaway then falling away off balance, just righted herself in midair and put it in off the glass. It's 4-2. Lob in. Ferguson near steal, and she does take it away, and Clay Center's got it back off the inbound. Ferguson gives it to Wright Frederick, and Allie will work it up the floor with Brubaker pressuring. Allie through the timeline, brings it across, spins it out, pass across. Good meat of the basketball that time by Callaway as Dunleavy was stepping out to try to get to the passing lane, and Sid wouldn't let it happen. Callaway 5 count on, now gets rid of it to Ferguson. Hannah turns and squares up, faces the basket, and gives it off to Wright Frederick. Allie will back it off between the rings. Left elbow, Ferguson. Hannah, ball above her head, now looks low, gets it off to Franson. Haley, beyond the arc, and Coach Jeff Edwards wants a timeout. 3:53 to work, first quarter. 4-2, Lady Tigers lead it here in the championship. Let's check in with Flip Casper.
All right, Rock, thanks. Just underway. Quick 2-bucket from Centralia and a foul. Cassidy Hoffler hits the free throw, and then Tess Chetcherley answers with a 3-ball. It is 3-3 very early in this game. Annie Otot just drives to the bucket, and now a foul on Jenna Hinneberg. She's headed to the line, shooting 2. 3-3 early, 6:25 left in the first.
All right, Flip, that is going to be a heavyweight matchup there as well. Both of those TVL championships. Hanover will play Troy in the boys game after the Washington County match going on right now. Here it is the Clay Center Lady Tigers against Hesston, two state-ranked teams. The history of what the Swathers have done with back-to-back championships at the state level and the consecutive win mark that they put out there. And they are 9-3 coming into this season. The Lady Tigers, of course, 11-0, defending 4A Division II state champs. Here's a handoff. Right, Frederick goes strong. Can't get a foul called. Ferguson on the offensive board. Mullen takes 3 toward the lane, leans in the paint and draws the foul. And Addie Mullen headed back to the free throw line with a strong drive on that left side of the paint. Mullen, the sophomore, had the opening bucket for the Tigers. Sid Callaway also with a shot down inside the lane. And Mullen with 2 free throws coming. First charity on its way is rattling out, almost down. The foul was against Kelby Richardson. It's her first. It is the team's 4th for Hesston. Mullen with 1 more free throw, tried to add to a 2-point lead for the Lady Tigers, and she drops it in. She has 3 points now. 5-2, Lady Tigers lead by a triple. Brubaker, Richardson, left and deep to Weber. Callaway out on her. She'll stop as used her dribble. Out deep now it comes to Kaiser against Lauren Lane. Back out across it comes to Weber. Callaway back out again, pressuring. Weber to the corner, almost walked, gets rid of it to Kaiser. Now Kaiser, a couple of ball fakes in the corner. 3-pointer from Brubaker, strong. Rebound. Both Ferguson and Callaway were there with it, and neither one could control it. And they're going to say this is Hesston's basketball. Ferguson or Callaway the last to touch it. Inbounds play from the baseline for the Swathers. Ball nearing a 5 count. Now it's lobbed into the free throw stripe to Schilling. Schilling back out deep. Brubaker has it. Kaiser to the right corner, now down low. Ball tips out of the hands of Schilling and picked up by Hannah Ferguson. And Clay Center forces another turnover. 3:03 left, opening quarter. Right Frederick against Brubaker across the timeline. Stops, goes high post to Lauren Lane. Double team, looks low, has got Callaway inside. Lost it for a moment, out of bounds to Clay Center on the baseline. Callaway started up with it after the catch in the paint, and it was slapped out of her hand. Stays with Clay Center on the baseline. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Lady Tigers have a 5-2 lead. Callaway to inbound it. In the corner it goes to Wright Frederick. Right back inside. Callaway, great hit, shoulder fake, but couldn't finish it. Got the freshman Kaiser up in the air, tried to lean in for contact and the bucket, and got neither. So back the other way for Hesston. Clay Center still leads it by a triple here. Brubaker out deep. Kaiser off to Schilling. In the corner right, Weber. They lob it down low. Richardson up, and it rattles out. Kaiser offensive stick back, and a foul call. The free throw is coming now for Hesston. Clay Center, if there's other than a couple of finishes both teams have struggled with, the Lady Tigers giving up some offensive rebounds early in this one that I'm sure Coach Jeff Edwards will want to clean up as this game moves along. 2.5 to work, first period. At the free throw line is Kaiser with a shot up, and it's good. First free throw attempt of the game for Hesston. Play center 1 of 3 from the stripe. Wright Frederick gets a breather. That was her second foul. It was called against Allie down inside. A lot of bodies down there, and they picked her out of the pack, and that's her second, so she has to come out. And the free throw is in for Kaiser. The freshman has 2. Play center's lead is 1 with 2:32 to go in this first quarter. Adding Mullen now will run point. Haley Franson in for Wright Frederick. Callaway, Ferguson, Lane on the court as well. High post to Lane, right side on the wing, turns and attacks the paint against Ince, pulls the jumper and knocks it down. The keeper with the bucket on a drive right side, and Clay Center leads by 3. Dunlevy to Richardson. Outside the arc, dribble penetrates all the way to the lane, gets it off the Ince. She is fouled, and a chance at the free throw line for the 6'1 junior. Haley, 6'2 junior, I should say. She'll have 2 free throws. Has 1 bucket in the game. 7-4, Clay Center the lead. The foul was against Haley Franson, her first. Free throw up and off the mark for Ince. Clay Center's lead stays at 3. 2:06 left here in the first. We'll check back in with Flip Casper when we have the chance at Washington. It's like a lane violation on Hesston, and it is. The freshman Kelby Richardson, a little head start in the paint. Shot was missed anyway, so Clay Center has it with a 3-point lead. Addie Mullen will walk it up the floor. Addie across the timeline. Outside to Franson. Haley works it around right. Bump, gets rid of it to Callaway. Weave out top. Sid keeps it to the left side. Hand off to Lauren Lane. Now she'll stop. High post Ferguson. Oh, great backdoor look. Callaway with the finish. Off the feed from Hannah Ferguson. Sid Callaway's got 4. The Lady Tiger lead is 5 at 9-4. 1:37 to work in this first. Backdoor cut by Callaway and a great vision by Hannah Ferguson. Here's Dunlevy. The dribble drive. Kick out left. 3-point attempt. Blocked by Callaway. And retrieved, out of bounds off Hesston. On correction, they'll say it was off Callaway. I thought Hesston had gotten a hand on it trying to retrieve it back, but it was Clay Center that touched it last. But a shot block on a 3-point try by the Lady Tigers defensively with Sid Callaway. Clay Center up 9-4, 1:26 to go, first quarter. It's Hesston from the baseline. The Ince. Dunlevy. Kick out. Deep for Brubaker. Clay Center trying to balance out defensively. Now they do in the man-to-man. Brubaker with it right wing. Top of the key, it comes to Ince. They'll look to bring her on the weak side if they reverse it, but instead it's Kaiser with a 3-point shot and the rebound to Lauren Lane. Clay Center up 9-4 with 1:03 left to work. We're in the opening quarter. Lady Tigers up by 5. Mullen to Ferguson. Clay Center playing without Allie Wright Frederick. 2 early fouls. Corner left is Mullen. Ball fake. Dribble drive. Top of the key. Lane wants the 3. Yes! The keeper knocks down the triple at the point. And Clay Center's gone up 12-4. Lane now with 5. Dunlevy into the front court against Callaway. Under 40 to work. We're in the opening quarter. Clay Center an 8-point lead. Ince against Lane. Top of the key. Brubaker 3-pointer to answer. No, it's off the mark wide and out of bounds to Clay Center. And Coach Jeff Edwards immediately with the index finger up saying we'll shoot 1. So they'll try to milk this clock down with 29 to work and an 8-point lead in the opening period. Mullen will be pressured in the backcourt by Brubaker. So Lauren Lane will come and now relieve some pressure and get the basketball, and she'll hold out near the timeline. Ince now trying to force her left, gets it to Mullen. 14 to work. Clay Center looking for a final shot here in the corner. Hannah Ferguson, trouble handling it. Picks it back up with 8. Now with 7. Puts the dribble down with 5. Addie Mullen toward the lane. Kick out left baseline. Haley Franson at the buzzer and good. The sophomore drills it. Left baseline. And Clay Center has a 10-point lead going to quarter 2. Lady Tigers by 10 in the Trojan Classic. Let's head back over to Washington and the TVL.
All right, Rock, thanks. Here with 2 minutes left in the first, Washington County jumped out to an 13-5 lead, and now a 6-0 run by Centralia has got them back in at 13-11 Washington County. This is a physical game. It's a fast game, just like we knew it would. 1:59 left in the first. 13-11, Washington County leading Centralia.
All right, thanks, Flip. Let's go ahead and get a 30-second timeout while we have the chance. 14-4, Lady Tigers lead here in Hillsboro.
Central Office Service and Supply continues to close out our gift department with discounts of 50 to 75% on everything. The shelves have been restocked with hundreds of new items for all occasions: Valentine's, St. Patrick's, Spring and Easter, graduation, wedding, anniversary, and others. Plan ahead for all of your party and gift-giving occasions in 2017, because when these items are gone, they will not be replaced. There's still a good selection of baby gifts, greeting cards, country decor, and more. Thank you for your support of the gift store in Central Office for over 60 years.
Tigers will have the basketball to start the second quarter and a 10-point lead right now in this ball game. The opening play, Ferguson tipped, but she's able to get it back in control, and the Lady Tigers will keep the basketball. What a bucket from Haley Cranston right before the buzzer to close out that quarter and give them a 10-point lead. Now it's Ferguson really pressured out top. Dunleavy knocks it into the backcourt. She'll chase it down and get the lay-in in transition. Clay Center has only given up one bucket that had anything to do with the transition. That is something that you'll see Hesston really get out and go with. Dunleavy that time able to get the steal and the run out and the bucket good. Lead is 8, 14-6. Mullen right side and deep for Callaway. 7:20 to work. Lady Tigers protecting Allie Wright Frederick with 2 fouls. Here's Lane in the paint. She has 5 early points. Shot is up, rims off, rebound, in, has it, and a crowd rips it away, and then is able to get rid of it to Dunleavy. So back the other direction will come Hesston. Clay Center an 8-point lead. Pass near the sideline. Brubaker runs it down for the Swampers. 14-6. Underway in the second quarter. Right wing deep. Outside and around left it comes. Brubaker. Ball fake and drive, stops, and now gives it away to Richardson. Tipped pass taken away by Ferguson. Clay Center's got it back, and an 8-point lead. Tiger boys won earlier today, pulling away in the fourth quarter as they win 51-42. They took 5th place here at Hillsboro, winning back-to-back games. Here's Mullen with the dribble. Now she gets by Brubaker for a moment. Lob in the corner lane. Skip pass left side, comes to Branson. 6:20 left, second quarter. 14-6 ball game. Here's Lane attacking. Pass down low. Kick out from Ferguson. Ball in trouble handling it, and it's lost out of bounds to Hesston. Couple of passes there. Hannah inside, and then the kick out in for Ball, and both kind of couldn't get a good handle on it. And so the basketball turned back over. 6:11 to go, first half. Clay Center leads here 14-6. Hesston will work it back down the floor. 14-4 the score after the opening quarter. Now 14-6 to the first 2 minutes of the second period. Dunleavy all the way to the paint. Shot up, can't get it. Rebound ripped away. Lauren Lane again. I'm not keeping individual numbers on rebounds, but Lauren Lane has to have 3, 4, 5 somewhere in the neighborhood already. And the Lady Tigers have forced a bunch of turnovers early here, too. Here's Lane to Sid Callaway, the weave out top. Now she'll hand it off to Haley Franson. Backdoor look inside. Kick out. Mullen, 3-ball. Just strong. Rebound weak side. Ferguson. Back up and good. Anna Ferguson got her first field goal. And Clay Center again leads by 10. Up at the end of one quarter in their matchup, 15-13 now that score. That's in the TVL Girls Championship against Centralia. And now the pass down low. Richardson for Ince is out of bounds. And Clay Center has it back, and it's going to be a timeout taken here by Hesston. 16-6, Lady Tigers leading, 5:11 to work in the first half. Let's check in with Phil Casper.
All right, Rock, into the first quarter here, 15-13. It is Washington County with the lead. We'll get the second quarter underway. Washington County will have possession. Again, Washington County with the lead. 15-13, Centralia came back and tied it. Then Annie Otod with a floater with about 2 seconds left in that first. Now Tess Tetcherly, turnaround jumper in the lane. Tess Tetcherly has 7. 17-13, Washington County leads. Second quarter just underway.
All right, Flip, we appreciate it. Here it is 16-6. The Clay Center Lady Tigers with a lead of 10. Hesston with the timeout. I do have a couple of scores from the NCKL for those that have some area tournaments going on from today. The Abilene Cowgirls did beat Goodland today, 50-47 was the final. And it would be Mackenzie Funston, season-high 25 points in that ball game. Also, Chapman girls, 44-37 over Santa Fe Trail, and the Chapman boys beat Santa Fe Trail 68-38. Those coming from a couple of different tournaments. Concordia lost to Salina South in the girls' court 35-27. 16-6 here. Lady Tigers lead it. Allie Wright Frederick checking back in during the Hesston timeout. 5 minutes left here in the opening half. 16-6 ball game. Here's Lane, short corner right, back out deep to Mullen. In the corner, Wright Frederick. Ball fake on the 3, skip past to Callaway. Right baseline, it goes now deep to Lane. Lauren back out for Callaway, and Sid hands it off to Wright Frederick. 4:45 left first half. Allie to Ferguson outside. Lane. Lauren kicks it out to Mullen. In the corner left is Callaway. Now high post. Ferguson starts to dribble. Kick it out. Wright Frederick. Good look for 3. Just off the mark. Rebound weak side to Richardson. Good look for Allie Wright Frederick, who had 2 threes last night. Now Lane near steal. Fronting up on it and knocking it out of bounds. Disrupting again the passing lane as Hesston was trying to seal the post. 4:23 left second quarter. Wright Frederick back out. They play a little offense-defense with Haley Franson right now. 16-6 ball game. Lobbed into Ince by Hesston at the left elbow, guarded by Lane. They'll hand it outside Dunleving. Left side wing is Weber. Nearing the midway point of the second quarter, and now a travel forced by Addie Mullen on Weber. And the Lady Tigers have it back. Kaiser back on for Hesston. Weber will come out, and now, as mentioned, offense, defense, and Wright Frederick back in to run point with the 2 fouls, and Franson will check out. 4:13 left second quarter. Lauren Lane, Allie Wright Frederick, Sid Callaway, Hannah Ferguson, Addie Mullen on the floor. And now the 1-3-1 we mentioned, you'll see them go 1-3-1 occasionally, and they do now defensively against the Lady Tigers. Patience here, a big push for the Lady Tigers if they can just rotate it back and forth. They'll get looks in the corners lane. She fakes the 3, back out deep, Wright Frederick. Corner right, Callaway, 2-ball, on its way and strong. Weak side rebound cleared by Richardson. 3:45 left first half. Clay Center leads it 16-6. Right side wing it goes now to Kaiser. Correction, that is Emma Clark that just came in. Now up top, Kaiser for 3, buries it. Big bucket for Hesston. Clay Center has had the lead to 10 a couple of times, unable to stretch it. Now the lead is 7, 16-9, and again the 1-3-1 trap by Hesston. They don't pressure on the perimeter and don't really look to trap hard. It's more of just keeping the offense spread out and denying the gaps. Here's Mullen. Right side quarter court to Wright Frederick. Back to Mullen, left wing. To the baseline left. Lane. Lauren kicks it right. Allie Wright Frederick, the sniper for 3. Won't go. Rebound, batted around, and picked back up by Wright Frederick out deep as Hesston couldn't clear it. Under 3 to work first half. Allie to the corner. Lauren Lane. Skips it back outside. Mullen attacks the paint. A blocking foul on Richardson. Addie Mullen could good quick step. And Richardson tried to cut her off and called for the blocking foul. That is just the 15th foul against Hesston. Only 3 whistled against the Lady Tigers thus far. 16-9. Clay Center leads it here by 7. 2:46 remains in the second quarter. Clay Center's basketball on the baseline. Wright Frederick holds, lobs it out deep for Mullen. Addie will hold and wait for the offense to get balanced. Now straight man-to-man is the defense for Hesston after 1-3-1 the last couple of trips, trying to lob it low for Lane, and the ball is taken away by Brubaker. And back the other direction will come Hesston. It will force inside, trying to set up Lauren Lane, and Hesston takes advantage with the steal. Brubaker, left wing. Callaway out on her. Now to Schilling. Around right it goes to Kaiser. It hit the 3 a moment ago. Now at the top of the key, it is Clark back to Kaiser. 2:13 left. First quarter, Clay Center leads it by 7. Here's a drive from Brubaker. Off balance, back outside, picked up by Addie Mullen. It's a race to the other end. The money's on Addie. Lay in, yes! Mullen has 5, and the Lady Tigers now lead by 9, 18-9. A minute 55 to work second quarter. Right deep it goes to Kaiser. Right Frederick on her with a 2 foul. High post, Ince. Back outside for Schilling. Ferguson defending there. Right side wing, Kaiser. Ince trying to post low. Lane has that defense inside. Minute 37 to work first half. Clay Center leads at 18-9. Drive by Brubaker. Cut off by Ferguson. Callaway double teamed, and Brubaker backs it out. Now in trouble in the corner. Gets rid of it to Kaiser. Kaiser looks to the sideline for instructions on the call from her coach. Now it's picked up her dribble. It comes outside to Schilling. Ferguson right in her face. A minute 15 to work. Now it's deep to Brubaker. Around right it comes to Clark. Lob down low. Schilling's got a look. Takes it up and finishes inside. Riley Schilling with her first bucket. Strong on the interior if they can get her set up. And she had a good post that time. Quick drop step and up off the glass and good. Clay Center less than a minute to go here in this first half. They lead 18-11. Now Lane is run through by Kaylee Jones. And it'll be Clay Center's basketball on the sideline. That'll be the second foul on the 6'2 junior. So Ince will have to come out. Team foul 6. So the next one would put the Lady Tigers in the bonus if Hesston commits another one. 18-11, Lady Tigers lead. Pass comes in to right Frederick at the front court. 18-11, Lady Tigers have the lead. Here's Allie. Backdoor look for Lauren Lane. Open in the paint. Up and good. Lauren Lane's got 7. Great feed from Allie Wright Frederick out top on the money. It's a 9-point Clay Center lead with 35 now to work first half. 20-11 in the corner. Schilling holds, tip pass, but it's pulled in by Dunleavy. Now she'll have an offensive foul against Ince. That's her third. They left her in, and a moving screen trying to get Dunleavy open going to the paint. And Clay Center gets the basketball back. 27 to work, and you'll likely see the Lady Tigers milk this down to try for a final shot before the half with a 9-point advantage. They led by 10 after one quarter. Haley Franson hit that buzzer beater before the first period ended. Put them up by 10. Now they lead by 9 with the basketball. Addie Mullen will walk it up the floor. She'll have Dunleavy on her. Crosses the timeline at 18 seconds. 15 to work. Mullen against Dunleavy. 5 count is on. Now it breaks. Now down to 10. They'll put the play in motion. Mullen goes to the corner. Right Frederick. Looks backdoor. No, out top to Callaway with 4, with 3, and she walked with the basketball. Just caught that in a crowd, a little off balance, and a little skip before she could get rid of it. And now wisely, the Lady Tigers will get Wright Frederick out with 4 seconds left. Francis back in. That's wise because Allie Wright Frederick playing with 2 fouls here in the opening period. 4 seconds. Dunleavy to the front court. Drives. Will she get it off? Looked like she traveled. Got away with it. And the bucket good. 7-point lead. Lady Tigers up 20-13. We're at the halftime break here in Hillsboro. Let's send you over with a check-in with Bill Casper.
All right, thanks, Rock. Down under 2 minutes. And a basket on the other end by Centralia. Megan Cook hits for 2, and it's 27-22. Centralia has taken the lead. 1:45 now. 27-22. Washington County with the basketball. Chetcherly going left. She'll put up a 20-footer. Can't hit. Chetcherly has 7 points, but has gone cold in the last 5 minutes or so. Now Katie Glassick will hit for 2. She had the hot hand, but she's gone cold too, Dave. She hit back-to-back threes. She's got 14 points for the junior. Wow. Now inside feed. What a look inside. Annie Otot to Jenna Inneberg for 2, and it's 27-24, minute 10.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play there. Good look into the inside.
Washington County's had some luck with that. 3-point game. Centralia with the lead. Now a drive and I thought she was going to get away with a travel. But unlike the one in Hillsboro, she doesn't get away with that here. Down to 55 seconds, so that'll be a turnover going back to Washington County. So Washington County gets it back down to 50 seconds. Cammie Miller brings it down for the Tigers. She's got 2 threes. She's got 6 points. Otot. Annie Otot has 6 points also. She's had some good looks at the basket. Inside feed again to Henneberg. Works her way in there, but good defense that time by Megan Cook. Centralia basketball. Looks like Katie Glassick will walk it down and hold with 23 just over the timeline. Annie Otot gives her a little room. Now she'll start to crowd her. Down to 15. Glatzik driving in the lane, floater off glass, strong, rebound kicked around with 9. It's going to be back to Centralia, and a foul is going to be called. And that's foul on Centralia. So on Megan Cook, her first. So with 7, here comes Washington County. Tammy Miller with 4. Chetcherly knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say off Chetcherly. Back to Centralia with 3. So Washington County will come into a man-to-man. They don't want Katie Glatzik getting a free shot. Inbound, Glatzik across the timeline with 1. Floater in the lane off glass. Cannot get it to go, and we're headed to halftime. 27-24, Centralia leading Washington County. Championship girls basketball at the TVL will continue.
If you use standard diesel fuel, you should know that switching to Cenex Premium Diesel can make a powerful difference in your trucks and farm equipment. Cenex Premium Diesel is specially formulated to optimize performance. It's proven to deliver more power and up to 5% better fuel economy. Plus, it contains a special additive formulated for the demands of today's modern engines to help reduce downtime and maintenance.
Investing in our owners' success. Farmers Cooperative.
A message from Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia. Replace your drafty windows with top-of-the-line performance and energy-efficient windows from Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement. New windows could save you 25% on your energy bill. Learn more at GeislerRoofing.com.
This is Dallas Hassan Bank, and Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement has you covered with more than 37 years experience.
Geisler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
As a family-owned independent business, our agronomists at CS Precision Ag understand what it takes to make your operation successful. From Verisoil mapping and variable rate prescriptions to pre-season crop planning and weekly crop scouting reports, our agronomists tailor-fit each package to fit your particular farm. We are accepting new customers for 2017 throughout north central Kansas and south central Nebraska. Contact us today at 785-630-0596 or visit us online at csprecisionag.com.
Family needs are ever-changing, and having a locally owned grocery store with all the conveniences are paramount in keeping up. Ray's Apple Market understands that having the current food trends on hand is one way to ensure families' grocery needs are met. That's why the freshest produce and organic vegetables and fruit are always available. You'll find a variety of healthy grocery items throughout the store for your well-being. Ray's Apple Market, committed to the families in the communities they serve.
Back at Washington County, halftime of the championship girls game, 27-24. Centralia with the lead. A back-and-forth game, Dave. Washington County opened it up. They led 13-5, and then a run by Centralia tied it up, and we were back and forth then through that entire first half, and at halftime, Centralia on top 27-24. Both teams playing pretty well. They are. Centralia had that little stretch there where they made those 3 3-pointers, and that got Washington County behind a little bit, but Washington County held right in there, stayed back. It's only 3 points at half. I think Centralia got up on that stretch you're talking about. They were up 9, and Washington County had to call a timeout and get back in it, and they were able to get back into it. They just trail by 3 right now. So for Centralia, Katie Glatzik has been the story. She has 14. She is a scoring machine. 4 from Megan Cook, and then 3 each from Morgan Kramer, Cassidy Hoppler, and Madison Luger. Washington County led by Tess Chetcherly with 7. 6 each for Cammie Miller and Annie Otas, 3 for Jenna Henneberg, and 2 for Holly DeLay. Third place games today, it was the Onega boys getting past Donovan West, and then you heard the call. It was the Hanover girls in a game, Dave, that it was all Hanover all the time, all 4 quarters, and Wetmore never could get anything going. They never did. And they said they played Troy last night, and that's kind of a grudge match, I believe, with Wetmore, so I think they wore themselves out. But Hanover played a fantastic game. Hanover played really, really well. They had a lot of things working. In fact, the running clock mid-early in the fourth quarter went to a running clock. Hanover wins, I think, by 37. So good win for the Hanover girls. They take third. Here we're at halftime, 27-24. It is Centralia up on Washington County. Boys championship match. Both teams on the floor getting set. They are warming up. It'll be Troy taking on Hanover. That will follow this game in the Clay Center Lady Tigers. We'll take another break. Get you back to Hillsboro after these.
A missed dose of medication due to not refilling a prescription can have serious side effects on your health. Eliminate the need to call in multiple prescription refills with the MedSync program available through Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy. Your pharmacist will coordinate the prescription refills so you can pick them up on a single day each month that's convenient for you, and you'll never run out of your medication again. Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy in Clay Center, Abilene, and Salina, putting the care back into healthcare.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Maria Fitzemeyer,
or me, Carla Sweet, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started.
Or visit us online at ubankonline.com. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Is it time for a new car, truck, or SUV? Do you want to get out from a high car payment into something you can actually afford? Whether you want a new vehicle or an upgraded pre-owned vehicle, Glavin Ford of Clay Center has got the best selection around. We'll take your trade and give you more than anybody else will because it's worth more to us. Take a look at our inventory online at GlavinFordofClayCenter.com or stop by our lot and see for yourself. We are located in downtown Clay Center, Glavin Ford of Clay Center, home of the engines and oil changes for life.
For any concrete project you need for a residential driveway, basement, patio, or curb, you can count on Midwest Products to handle it. At every level of the job, you'll find a dedicated, skilled crew prepared to deliver a professional job. With state-approved plants in Hanover, Clay Center, Lynn, and Washington, they can meet the needs of residential, commercial, or farm-related projects. For other ready-mix concrete work, give Midwest Products a call at 800-371-2252.
20-13, it is the Clay Center Lady Tigers with a 7-point lead. It was a Dunleavy bucket right before the buzzer at halftime. They cut it to 7. It was a Haley Francis bucket right before the first quarter break that made it 10. So Clay Center has had the biggest lead of the game at 10 points. They lead by 7 here at the break. We're just about ready to get it going back here again in Hillsboro. It would be 5 points from Elise Kaiser to lead the way, the freshman for Hesston. 4 points from Elena Dunleavy. 2 points for Kaylee Jo Ince. For the Lady Tigers, 7 first-half points, including a 3 from Lauren Lane. 5 points for Addie Mullen. 4 points from Sid Calloway. 2 each for Haley Franson and for Hannah Ferguson. The Lady Tigers lead it here by 7, 20-13. They're at halftime in the Washington County matchup against Centralia girls title game in the TVL. Let's take a 30-second break. Your second half coming up.
We are not doctors, but we play one on the radio. I'm Ryan Gearhand from Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed. With next year's spring crops just around the corner, we can write you a prescription for fertilizing your wheat. Proper fertilization is a critical factor in producing optimum and profitable wheat yields. We may need to run some soil tests to diagnose the right amount of fertilizer to put on at the right time. Follow the doctor's orders and make an appointment with Ryan, Mike, Kenny, Alan, or Brent at Wilbur Ellis Reed Seed and Feed.
It'll be Clay Center on defense to begin. Hesston will have the basketball. The Lady Tigers go with Addie Mullen, Allie Wright-Frederick, Sid Calloway, Lauren Lane, Hannah Ferguson. They lead it here over Hesston 20-13. So a defensive battle in the first half to hold Hesston to 13. Obviously impressive for the Lady Tigers right at 20. And Hesston certainly done their share of defense as well. Here's the opening possession for Hesston. Richardson may have gotten away with a travel. Clay Center gets the steal, though, down inside. Here's Calloway in the front court. Right side wing is Mullen. Addie around left and deep for Wright-Frederick. Just underway second half. Lady Tigers lead it here 20-13. Mullen with the dribble against Brubaker. Stops and goes right deep to Calloway. Screen coming from Lane. Not there. Out of Ferguson out deep against Schilling. She'll put the dribble down right side to Calloway. Sid against Dunleavy. You can tell it's been preached going to meet the basketball every time. They'll have a chance for some backdoor looks if they continue to overplay on the man-to-man from the perimeter for Hesston. 7:10 to work third quarter. Clay Center's first possession offensively after forcing the turnover, with Hesston having the ball to start this second half. Here's Ferguson. Bounce pass in the lane. Lauren Lane goes strong, and she's got 9 right up and over Schilling. and Lauren Lane puts Clay Center right back up by 9, 22-13. Lane with 9 in a ball game. Dunleavy the dribble out top. Man-to-man, of course, for Clay Center. Dunleavy out top. Here's Richardson. Lob down low. Taken away by Hannah Ferguson. And she'll hand it off to Wright Frederick. Clay Center, a good start here. 2 straight steals. The bucket on the offensive end. Their first trip from Lauren Lane. There's a lob down low. Wright Frederick hit Lane earlier and just didn't quite get as far enough this time. But now Richardson, smart play at half court to run into Lauren Lane, who was running side by side with her and forcing the foul to be called against the Lady Tigers. It'll be on Lane. It is her first. 22-13. It'll be Kaiser to inbound from the midcourt stripe. Hesston's basketball. The Lady Tigers a 9-point advantage. Man-to-man denial on the inbound. Still holding. Kaiser lobs it in. Lane with the steal. Down court. Addie Mullen lay in. Yes! And Clay Center has their biggest advantage of the ball game now. Mullen with 7. The feed from Lane off the steal set her up perfectly. Here's Kaiser in the corner. Pull up, right elbow, strong. Rebound, Dunleavy up in the trees. Spins, turns, takes it off glass, no. Rebound, Ferguson. Clay Center leads it by 11 here, 24-13. 6:03 to work in this third period. Wright Frederick spins left, stops, now holds, needs help, and we've got a timeout taken to the Tigers sideline. Smart play there. 24-13. We're taking a break here at Hillsboro. Lady Tigers by 11. You're listening to Tiger Basketball and Twin Valley League coverage on 100.9.
The Citizens National Bank has a long history of supporting the students of our community. We pride ourselves in a strong commitment to our youth, from participation in student organizations, achievements in athletics, and success in the classroom. We offer a student checking account with many benefits, such as a debit card, free online banking, and mobile banking with the CNB branded app and e-alerts. Your smartphone is a great tool to access your account and monitor your daily balance and transactions. Open a student checking account today at the Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Well, the Clay Center defense has come out here and dominated the opening possessions in the first 2 minutes, 5 seconds. They forced 2 turnovers, 1 missed shot, cleared the rebound. They got out with a steal at half court. Then Lauren Lane made one heck of an athletic play to steal it and then find Addie Mullen down court free for the lay-in. Clay Center with the basketball and that 11-point lead. Here's Ferguson to the high post opposite side lane. Now across right it comes to Wright Frederick. Back to Mullen out between the circles. High post left side lane. Lauren looks backdoor. Now to Ferguson right side against Schilling. Takes it strong. Wanted contact. Didn't get it. Hesston has it back going the other direction. 5.5 to work. Down court quickly. Kaiser in the paint. Can't get it down. Had a good look. Ferguson the rebound. Wright Frederick out and running. 3-on-2 numbers. Alley to the paint. Goes up. No. Lauren Lane the tip in. No. And the rebound comes down to Dunleavy. And Hesston back with the basketball. Clay Center with the 11-point advantage. Kaiser right wing and deep. It's wasted opportunity both ends. Kaiser had a good look. And the Clay Center in transition had an opportunity. As it is, Hesston has the basketball, 24-13, 4:57 left third quarter. Brubaker the dribble, out top to Schilling. Callaway on her. Across right it goes Kaiser with Ferguson out defending. 4:45 remains. What a plus to have a post, the 6'1" with Hannah Ferguson who can come defend out in the perimeter. Now Lauren Lane tips it. Callaway has it. 2-on-1 the other direction. Across paint, Lane trying to save it back in. It's knocked out of bounds by Dunleavy. The Clay Center had a good 2-on-1 look. They don't get the bucket, but they do have the basketball on their own baseline with 4.5 to work third quarter and an 11-point lead at 24-13. Wright Frederick will inbound. They put 4 around the lane. Ferguson gets a breather. Haley Franson in. Wright Frederick needs to go somewhere. Now wing left to Addie Mullen. Back in the corner to Alley. Wright Frederick puts the dribble down against Brubaker. Out deep it comes to Mullen. 4:23 left, third period. Now it's Franson. Haley off to Lauren Lane. Double teamed against Dunleavy. Rips it away and hands it off now to Wright Frederick against Brubaker. Those are the two that really love the on-ball pressure. Now the ball taken away. Here's Brubaker the other direction. Wright Frederick trying to catch up. Brubaker stops and drops in the bucket in transition. And now it's Hesston with a timeout. 4:04 left third quarter. They were underway when we went to break last time. Just getting the second half started. Let's send it over now to Bill Casper.
All right, Rock, Washington County clawing their way back in this. Couple of turnovers unforced errors by Centralia. Washington County back within one. 5 minutes left in the third as Jenna Henneberg puts up a shot, can't get it to go, and she'll shoot two. 29-28, Centralia leads, 4:59 left in the third.
All right, Cliff, thanks. We'll have certainly the finish of that ball game coming up a little bit later on here. The Lady Tigers, 24-15. Also at the TVL, still to come is Hanover-Troy in that boys matchup. Play Center leads it here, 24-15. After getting a couple of turnovers with buckets on the other end of their own, they give up a turnover that results in 2 points on the other end from Brubaker for Hesston. Play Center, though, leads it here in a 24-15 ball game. Allie Wright-Frederick with the basketball. A little pressure up court now by Hesston. Sid Calloway holds, and it's taken away by Kaiser. Now to Dunleavy. Swatted by Calloway. Denies it inside. Not only blocked it, but came up with the basketball. Here's Wright-Frederick in the front court. Crossover move. Stops. Left wing. Back out deep for Mullen. 3:40 left third quarter. 24-15. Clay Center the lead by 9. Wright-Frederick against Brubaker. 5 count is on to the wing right. Now it's poked away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Clay Center on the sideline right in front of Coach Jeff Edwards and the Lady Tiger bench. Hannah Ferguson back in for Clay Center. High post, Lane, looks back door, nothing there. They'll set offense with 3.5 to work and a 24-15 lead. Here's Lane, free throw line. Looks in low. Ferguson posting, not there. Now Mullen. Addy, kick out. Wright-Frederick thought about 3, doesn't take it, and backs it out now with 3:15 to work, and the Lady Tigers on top by 9. Here's Ferguson outside to Calloway. Dribble attack. Ball fakes, not there. Ince back in with 3 fouls. Ferguson pull-up jumper, no. Tip out by Mullen. Right to Ferguson. Play Center still has the basketball. 24-15 the lead. Under 3 to work here in the third. Lane, ball fake, dribble drive to the glass. She's going to be fouled by Hesston's Kaiser. Now 1 team foul each, so both teams playing so solid on defense and solid enough that not a lot of reaching or bumping. It's just good D. This time the foul was called against Hesston in the paint. 24-15. Sid Calloway will inbound it. They have Wright-Frederick and Lane on one side of the lane, Ferguson on the other. Now Allie for 3 in the corner right is just short. Rebound rims off long, and the rebound away to Clark, or correction to Weber of Hesston, who has it now on the right wing. Weber spins and turns to the corner. Here is Richardson for 2, rimming out. Rebound, Lauren Lane, nearly stripped away, but Lane battles and pulls it back in. And Clay Center with the basketball, and a 9-point lead still intact. Very slow scoring through the third quarter thus far. 5.5 minutes gone by, and now a steal by Weber. Down court lay-in, goes home. And the Lady Tigers have made a couple of mistakes on passes on the perimeter that resulted in lay-ins on the other end, and it's back to a 7-point lead. They led it by 11 a moment ago. Mullen, good lob inside. Ferguson to answer. Hannah Ferguson with her second field goal, and now a timeout taken here on the floor. 26-17, 2:04 to go third quarter. Lady Tigers lead. Let's send it back again to Phil Casper.
Well, Rock, just like that, Centralia has gone on a little bit of a run, and it is now 37-29 as Centralia able to shut down that run of Washington County. Now, Washington County with the ball. Annie Otot's going to be fouled, but she also just picked up her third. 37-29, Centralia leads, 3:35 left in the third.
We'll take a 30-second timeout here. It's a full break. 30-second timeout and back with more.
It's a new year, and this means new opportunities. It's been said that tomorrow is the first blank page of a 365-page book. Write a good one. Here at TSI Kansas, our drivers are writing their story each and every day, mile after mile. What's your story? Call Heather in recruiting at 785-632-5183 and start writing a book titled Opportunity with TSI Kansas.
2:04 to work, 26-17. Lady Tigers by 9, and after the bucket for Clay Center from Hannah Ferguson, off the feed from Addie Mullen. Good lob pass and transition. Coach Jeff Edwards getting a timeout called. The Lady Tigers back out, ready to go defensively. Hesston out of their timeout now, 26-17. Kaiser will inbound it. Clay Center full court pressure for the first time. Wright-Frederick, the only one back, everybody else denying. And it's nearing a 5 count. They do get it in last second. Richardson, the freshman in the backcourt, hands it off to another freshman, Kaiser, who brings it across the timeline. Under 2 to work, third quarter. Clay Center leads it 26-17 by 9. Hesston with the basketball. Weber has used her dribble. High post Richardson against Ferguson. Dribble penetrates. She lost control, and they'll say a bump against Ferguson, I believe, and it will be on Hannah Ferguson. I believe just her first foul of the game, and it is. Second team foul of the half. One whistle thus far against the Hesston Swathers in the second half. Weber trying to get it in bounds. Still trying to get it in bounds. Lobs it up. Nearly tipped by Ferguson. Brubaker has it outside. Hannah out on her. Here's Ince playing with 3 fouls. Got that third one late second quarter. Kaiser, left baseline. Lobs it in low. Here's Richardson. Good look for 2, and she drops it in. For Kelby Richardson, that's her first bucket of the game. She averages right around that 10-point mark. Clay Center leads it by 7, 1:21 to go. We're in the third. Here's Wright Frederick. Hand off to Lane. Weave out top. Lane will bring it all the way around. Out of Mullen. Hattie out at the point. To the corner it goes to Callaway. Now Sid brings it out deep. She'll dribble all the way around and disrupt it on the handoff to Wright Frederick. Here's Weber, 3-on-1. And from the blind side, Mullen, and a reach-in foul will be called. And that's a good foul by Addie Mullen because it was a wide-open lay-in for Hesston. That's got to be on the floor, and it is. Hesston lining up. Smart play by the Swathers. Go ahead and line up in case they give you the free throws, but that was well before any shot was taken. 1:01 to work, third quarter. Clay Center leads by 7 here against Hesston. Lady Tigers, the number 1 seed coming in this year, rematch of last year's championship. Hits against Lane, drives, and it's swatted by Ferguson and Lane, but a foul is called in low. See who this goes against. And they call it on Hannah Ferguson. She had a lot of basketball up top, but called for, obviously, body down below. 56 to work, and now Ince will have 2 free throws coming. Ince had 2 points in the first half, 0 for 2 at the line. First free throw here on its way is short, and the Lady Tiger 7-point lead still intact. That's what they led by at halftime. 56 seconds left, third period. Haley Franson in. Addie Mullen will come out. Ince with 1 more free throw coming. Under a minute to work here in this third. Clay Center by 7. Second free throw is good this time. She has 3 points in the game. Clay Center's lead 6. The closest that Hesston has been since midway through the second quarter. Wright Frederick up the floor. Brubaker really pressuring. Now high post Ferguson. Hannah turns, squares up, out to Franson left side. She'll back it out with a dribble. 40 seconds to work. High post Lauren Lane. Bobble for a moment, picks it back up. Now to Wright Frederick at the elbow right. Backs it out with 35. Alley to Ferguson. Hannah against Schilling. Toward the baseline. Looks low. Callaway the post. Goes up. A lot of contact. No foul call. Kaiser got away with a big bump on the bucket try by Callaway inside. And now it's Hesston down the floor with maybe a final look before the quarter break. Clay Center's leads down to 6. The drive inside. Richardson blocked from behind. 10 seconds. Here's Brubaker. Out top. Kaiser fakes the 3. Now bobbles. Gets rid of it to Richardson. With 4. With 3. Drives. Wild shot. No. Rebound Lauren Lane. And that will end the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. Clay Center leads it here by 6. 26-20 in Hillsboro. Let's check in with Flip Casper.
All right, Rock, thanks. 1 minute left in the third here, and it is McKenna Bent hitting a deuce to get her team back to within 8, but it's been all Centralia and all Katie Glassick. Glassick now has 18 points, 43-35, down to 45 seconds left in the third.
All right, we'll take a 30-second break here. Your fourth quarter coming up from Hillsboro.
With fall harvest in the bin, it's time to plan next season's bumper crop with Oldie seed, corn, and soybean varieties. We take pride in the latest technology. Oldie will be one of the first to bring our family of producers the latest Extend, Liberty Link, and Enlist soybean varieties. This season, if you want to give your fields a big Wildcat first down, plant a high-performance corn or soybean variety from Oldie Seed, proud sponsor of Kansas State football.
Lady Tigers have the lead, 26-20. but it was Hesston shaving off a point from the halftime lead, but even bigger, it was once an 11-point lead in the third quarter for the Lady Tigers. Now that lead is down to 6 points. Clay Center will have the basketball to begin this final period. So the final quarter about to get underway. Clay Center's Addie Mullen will inbound from the sideline into the backcourt to Allie Wright-Frederick. Allie with the dribble in the front court. Brubaker out on her. Right side deep, Callaway. Now to Ferguson. Wright-Frederick, left wing, looks low. Lane, good post, tipped out of her hands. Richardson able to just front her at the last second and ended up with the tip out. And so now possession goes to Clay Center on the baseline. Wright-Frederick will inbound it. Allie lobs it out deep, nearly taken away. Ince knocks Lane to the ground, got away with her fourth foul, and now Ince with a chance at the other end, knocked away by Callaway. Great catch-up defense. Ince just ran through Lauren Lane out at the perimeter. No whistle, and so it goes the other way, and Hesston's got possession. Clay Center leads it by 6. 7:38 still remains here in the fourth. Ince against Lane. Starts to drive it right, now uses the dribble up. Here's Richardson. She got away with the travel on the way to the paint. Doesn't matter. Lauren Lane bats it away and takes it for Clay Center. 7:25 to work. Wright-Frederick walks it up the floor. 7:20 left in this game. Clay Center by 6. Wright-Frederick has it knocked out of bounds by Brubaker. And so Clay Center will keep the basketball here. Sid Callaway will inbound from the sideline. Wright-Frederick in the front court. Right wing, Ferguson. High post level. Hooks down low, posting up Callaway against Dunleavy. Kick out to Wright-Frederick. Alley across the Mullen. 1 minute into the fourth quarter, Clay Center with a 26-20 lead. It was low scoring last year till the final quarter. Now the pass from Lane looking for Wright-Frederick on a backdoor cut, and it gets away from the Lady Tigers, and so Hesston has it back with now 6:57 on that fourth quarter clock. Can't wind down quick enough for the Lady Tigers. Hesston would probably like to see it extended a little bit. Clay Center's lead is just 6 now. Here's Dunleavy out top to Schilling, now to Kaiser. Wright-Frederick on her. Dunleavy, 3. First look at a triple, no. Rebound, Schilling ends up with it. Dunleavy again for 3, and it rips off. Good board inside by Ferguson. Schilling goes over the back. Dunleavy, the first one missed short badly. The second cue up almost rattled in. That would have cut it to a 3-point game, but instead Clay Center has it back. 6:34 left to go here in the fourth, and a 26-20 lead. Wright-Frederick up the court. Brubaker pressuring. Now Alley switches across to the right side. Gets it out deep for Callaway. 6:20 now left in the game. Either team in the bonus. Here's Lauren Lane. Backdoor look. Addie Mullen all the way to the paint. No. Rebound comes off to Schilling. Pretty good look with Ince back there. And it goes the other direction. Dunleavy runs right through Alley. Wright-Frederick, and she draws the second charging foul against Dunleavy. Part of what the Lady Tigers thought they could maybe get would be some charges against this team. They've got 2. One taken back in the opening quarter by Lauren Lane, and now here a big turnover in essence by Hesston on the charging foul drawn by Wright-Frederick. Alley, sprint dribble up the court against Brubaker. Double team coming. She's bumped, got away with it. Corner right, Callaway to the post. Lane up strong, won't go. Rebound, battled for. Here's Ferguson. She'll take it up, left side and good. Hannah Ferguson with 6, and the Lady Tigers back out to an 8-point lead. 5:44 left. Here's Brubaker. Out deep, Dunleavy. She'll have the dribble. Callaway guards there. Right wing and deep is Kaiser. Dribble penetrates all the way to the lane. Block shot by Ferguson out of bounds to Hesston. And Hesston probably wanted a foul on that end, so they let them go a little bit on both sides. 5:33 now left, and a timeout taken by Hesston. Lady Tigers, an 8-point lead. Stay with us. Lady Tiger basketball continues on 100.9. Let's go over to the TVL and Phil Casper.
All right, Rock, you caught us at a timeout here as well, and an 8-point lead here also, but it's for Centralia Panthers. 6:18 left in the fourth. They lead 48-40. There is a full timeout on the floor. 48-40, Centralia leads Washington County. 6:18 left.
28-20 here. Lady Tigers have the lead of 8 points with 5:33 now milking away at this third quarter. Do have an update for you. The end of the first quarter. It is Wamego taking on Eudora in the championship of their tournament, and it is 17-11. Eudora has the lead. Malik, who you may know the name for Eudora, has all 17 of their points in the first quarter against a very good Wamego team that is state-ranked as well. Hesston with the basketball at the inbound. Right, Frederick near steal. It's going to be tied up. Jump ball arrow belongs to Hesston. So on the inbound, the ball nearly turned over by the Swathers. It will be Hesston to inbound. Kaiser from the baseline. Inns trying to flash free in the lane, and we've got a foul called against Clay Center. I think a hold against the Lady Tigers. It's going to be on Lauren Lane. I believe just her second foul. It's the 15th foul. 5:29 left. Clay Center by 8. Lob out deep. Inns has it beyond the arc. Hands it off to Dunleavy. Callaway on her. Clay Center leads at 28-20. We're in the fourth. The ball through the legs of the Swathers and picked up by Allie Wright Frederick. Clay Center has the basketball back here. 5:15 to work. Wright Frederick, the dribble out top. High post, Lauren Lane. Turns and squares up. Hit a three in the first half. The lob low, Callaway. Ball fake goes strong. Oh, flash and good. The sidewalk surfer has 6. Clay Center's lead back to double digits at 30-20. Under 5 left fourth quarter. In the front court, Dunleavy. Now works it right. Baseline. Gets by a defender. Loses it out of bounds. Clay Center's possession. And the turnover by Hesston with the Lady Tigers leading by 10. And so Clay Center gets it back here in this fourth period with 4:49 now ticking away. From the baseline, it will be Lauren Lane to inbound. Full court pressure coming from Hesston. Into Addie Mullen, sideline left. Lauren Lane, 4:45. She'll bring it up herself against Richardson across the timeline. Stops, still has the dribble, hands it off to Wright Frederick. 30-20, Clay Center by 10. 4.5 minutes left in this game. Callaway near the timeline to Ferguson. Hannah turns, squares up, looks at the basket, still outside. Traveled with the basketball. Just took a little skip before putting the dribble down, started to pass it. It was kind of covered up, and then she ended up turning it over. So Clay Center will head the other way and on defense as Hesston brings it down. 30-20, 4:24 left here in the fourth. Hesston down court, Brubaker really pressured by Mullen. Baseline, Lane out on ends. Dribble penetrates, wraparound pass for Kaiser, gets away to the corner, it's out of bounds. Clay Center's basketball. It's tied up in the matchup for Washington County Centralia, so Washington County has battled back in the TVL title game to tie that one up. We'll get you there as soon as this one goes final. Lady Tigers lead by 10. Wright Frederick. Wraparound pass from a double team to Callaway. Sid right back to Allie. Now she's through a double team, 3-on-2 the other direction. Lob down court, just too much for Lauren Lane to go get. Let her just a touch too much. It was an open lay-in had it been caught. But just no way for her to catch up to it. Midway point, fourth quarter, 30-20. Lady Tigers on defense. Mullen pressuring Brubaker, brings it across. Addie forces her to the left. Now it's nearly taken away by Hannah Ferguson. It is knocked out of bounds. Washington County on an 8-0 run right now, and they've tied it up against Centralia. 3:49 left here, 30-20. Lady Tigers have the 10-point advantage. Hesston has the basketball. Dunleavy from the sideline. Out. Ferguson, another near steal. That's the second straight near steal for Hannah Ferguson. And Dunleavy will again inbound it right in front of us near the scorer's table. Richardson to Inns. Looks right, back left now Brubaker. Fakes left, moves right against Wright Frederick. Now deep right it goes to Kaiser. In this corner, Richardson fakes three, dribble penetrates, pass across lane, drive by Brubaker, cut off, Callaway and Wright Frederick. Now the ball through the hands of Dunleavy into the backcourt. Mullen giving chase, and it's an over and back ball. Dunleavy was the first to touch it. Mullen trying to race past her and end up with a lay-in. Instead, it's Clay Center's basketball with 3:28 to work and a 10-point lead. Callaway will inbound. 5 count is on. Lady Tigers need to move. Now they get it into Lauren Lane. She'll square up and look low. Back outside instead. It goes now to Callaway. Sid with 3:20. Works it left. has the dribble against Dunleavy. Now backs it out, 5 count on, bumped, and a 5-second violation. Coach Jeff Edwards was calling for timeout, and they did not hear him. The official right in front of him, and he just looked at Coach Edwards and said, I didn't hear you. And so Clay Center turns it over with 3:14 now to work. 30-20, 3:12 left in this game. Dunleavy walks it up court for Hesston. Callaway on her, man-to-man from both sides. Hesston has gone 1-3-1 a few times in the second half. Richardson lobbed down low, taken away, Lauren Lane. 2-on-1 the other direction. Lane against Kaiser all the way in, bucket up. They'll call it on the floor. It'll be the 4th team foul, and Clay Center will keep the basketball on the baseline with 2:54 now left in that 10-point lead. 30-20. Wright Frederick to inbound it. Alley has 4 around the lane, puts the play in motion. Looking low. Now needs to go somewhere and goes into the paint. Ferguson's shot won't go in. Rebound. Brubaker in trouble on the baseline, but able to dribble out of it. Clay Center got a good look off the inbound. Late, but wouldn't go. Dunleavy left to Richardson. She tries the 3-ball, and it's strong. Rebound comes away to Lauren Lane. Now Centralia is countered with a 6-0 run over the TVL championship. Wright Frederick, free throw line, kick out to Mullen. 2.5 to work. Clay Center by 10. Wright Frederick has it. Holding out, kicking down to 2:20 remaining, 4th quarter. Lady Tigers lead 30-20. Callaway, 5 count on again with Dunleavy. Hands it outside to Lauren Lane. She's got Richardson on her. They want to run 4 up, it looks like. Now they're going to put 4 low, but Lauren Lane working left. Now Mullen crosses over to the paint, swatted out of bounds by Kaylee Joentz, but it stays with Clay Center with 2:03 to work here in this 4th period. Schilling back in for Hesston. Richardson will come out. Callaway will inbound it from the sideline. Clay Center leading by 10, 2:03 remaining. Pass comes in, Lauren Lane. She'll hold outside. Wright Frederick, wing right. Screen coming high from Ferguson. Alley to the paint. Bump, no foul. Ball loose. It's tied up with Ferguson. Arrow goes to. That should be Clay Center's basketball. The last time there was a jump ball, it was given to Hesston. This should be Clay Center's basketball. Coach Jeff Edwards bringing that up quickly. And they are going to reverse the call, and that is correct. There was a jump ball earlier in this quarter that went to Hesston, and so Clay Center will get it here. They'll keep it on the baseline. Wright Frederick marking the play into motion. Now holds, lobs it out deep, and Addie Mullen catches in the front court. 1:48 to go. Lady Tigers by 10. Here's Callaway. Left and deep against Dunleavy. Crosses over toward the left elbow. Double teamed and a foul called. And now is where the lack of fouls called on either team kind of haunts Hesston a bit. They're trying to get Clay Center to the bonus, but they still have 1 to give before the bonus situation comes into play. 30-20, 1:40 left. Pass comes into Lauren Lane out deep. Lauren holds. Ferguson posting, not there. Lane still has it. Now off to Sid Callaway. Right quarter court is Wright Frederick with Brubaker out on her. Ball fakes it. High post Ferguson to Addie Mullen. 1:25 left. Now Mullen lost it out of bounds on the left sideline, and she says it was tipped, and the official says it was not. So Clay Center turns it over, leading by 10. 1:21 remains. Here in the 4th, Dunleavy down the court. Right wing deep, Kaiser. Starts to drive. Now back out deep. Here's Brubaker to the corner, Kaiser. And she is losing it out of bounds. Now they're going to call this a push on Wright Frederick. And it will be again, both teams a foul to give before the bonus. 1:08 to work. Clay Center leads by 10. 30-20. Hesston's basketball. Into the corner. Brubaker for 3, and she gets it down. It's a 7-point ball game, and a timeout taken here on the floor. Let's check in on that back-and-forth game in Washington with Flip Casper.
Well, Rock, with 1:25 left now in the 4th, it's back to Centralia. Washington County went on an 8-0 run and tied it. Centralia on an 9-2 run now. They are up 57-50. 1:15 left in the ball game. 57-50 Centralia lead.
Here, 30-23. Clay Center with the lead, but still 1:04 to work, and a big three-pointer just knocked down by Olivia Brubaker. All 5 per point coming here in the second half. Lady Tigers in a very low-scoring battle. It has been back and forth, and they have continued to go at it here with Hesston, and they have had the lead almost the entire game. They trailed early 2-0, and then led 14-4 after one quarter, 20-13 at the halftime break. And they continue to battle here in this contest of 2 state-ranked ball teams. It's been a good one thus far. It will be Clay Center's basketball after the Brubaker 3. Full court pressure coming from Hesston. Sid Calloway to inbound it again against full court pressure. Looks in, gets it to Wright Frederick. Alley with a double team coming. Now up the left sideline, gets by 2 defenders. They have numbers. Bounce pass, adding Mullen, stops. Now kicks it out right wing with 55. Wright Frederick holds, double team on her, rips it through. Now the foul. That's the 6th foul again. They had 1 to give. And so now the basketball will be to Clay Center on the sideline. The next foul will put them at the bonus. Clay Center leads by 7, 30-23. 50 seconds left. Calloway out deep to Wright Frederick. Brubaker on her. Alley, left side dribble. Hand off to Lauren Lane. Down to 45 seconds. Double team. Now Lane puts the dribble down, and she's bumped by Dunlavy. And this will be Lauren Lane with a 1-and-1 chance. Last year, Hesston won by 8, 41-33, and really put the game away with free throws down the stretch. It had been tight for much of the game. And then free throws really separated the contest late. Clay Center's got that chance now to kind of put this game on ice if they can continue to make free throws. Right now, it will be Lauren Lane with a 1-and-1 opportunity. Haley Franson checking in during that last foul situation as Lane stepped to the line. Lawrence, free throw up and strong. Rebound comes off to Brubaker, and now a foul against Lane. Went for the rebound, got off balance, and it fell into Brubaker, and so to the other end will go Hesston. They'll have a chance at a 1-and-1. And the Lady Tiger lead at 7. Olivia Brubaker will have the chance at the stripes. She has 5 points all in the second half. 41 seconds left to go in this game. Haley Franson will come out as Hannah Ferguson goes back in. Calloway, Lane, Wright Frederick, Mullen on the court. 41 seconds remaining. Brubaker, free throw up, and good. The front end is down for the 5'6" senior. And it cuts the lead to 6 now, 30-24. That was the lead going into this fourth quarter, 6 points. Clay Center jets out to 11-point lead in the third. They've had a 10-point lead here in the fourth, and now that lead is down to 10. 30-25, still 42 to go. Mullen to Lauren Lane. Double team coming up the court. Calloway's fouled. That'll be on Abby Weber. And that puts Sid Calloway at the free throw line on the other end for a 1-and-1. 8th team foul now on Hesston. Sid Calloway with 6 points. This will be her first free throw attempt. It is a 1-and-1 chance. So Calloway with a 1-and-1. She makes both. It's back to a 3-possession game. She misses on the first free throw, but that's going to be off Hesston. Haley Jo Ince could control the board, and Clay Center gets the basketball back with 36 to work. 30-25. Lady Tiger lead is 5. Wright Frederick to inbound it, right of the glass. Looking low. Out top it comes to Calloway. Sid against Dunlavy. Now he shovels it off to Mullen. Addie in the corner left. This is Wright Frederick. She'll be fouled with 30 seconds now remaining. And we'll see if Alley can break the ice at the line. The Lady Tigers have missed the front end of 2 1-and-1 opportunities. Allie Wright Frederick gets a score in this game, but she has handled the basketball all night long against the pressure of Brubaker and Dunlavy. Set the offense, played with 2 fouls, great defense, and now the sniper knocks in the front end of the 1-and-1. That puts Clay Center up by 6. Centralia now leads Washington County 61-50. And I think that might be a final. Wright Frederick, how about Allie stepping up? that is a final. Centralia does beat Washington County at the girls' TVL championship. Pass in the lane off the hands of Kaylee Joens. Play center now by 7 with 23 to work. Substitutions in for Hesston. Again, it is Centralia winning over Washington County. That is a final. It was a back-and-forth battle. Down court pass, alley right, Frederick over the press. The sniper with the lay-in. That'll put it away. You can wrap this one up and start to present it to the Lady Tigers, the first-place trophy of the Trojan Classic. They now lead by 9, down to 10 seconds. Dunleavy in the lane. It's blocked out of bounds by Callaway. Wright Frederick had not scored until the final 4 points here for Clay Center. 34-25. Hesston will inbound. 7 seconds left. Weber in the corner. It's outside. Kaiser, 3 ball, up and down with 2 seconds remaining, and the clock runs down to about 0.4. They're going to put at least a second or two on the clock. Still a 6-point lead, but it'll be under 2 seconds remaining as a timeout is taken by Hesston, with the Lady Tigers a lead of 34-28 and under 2 seconds left. Let me give you a quick look at that Centralia-Washington County game. Actually, Phil, while we've got a chance, if you're there, why don't you give us a quick recap on that one?
All right, Rock. Well, it was back and forth the entire game, and Washington County on that 8-0 run, they got it tied up, and then Centralia able to answer. They went on a 9-2 run to open it back up, and then an intentional foul late called on Tess Chetrley, gave them 2 and the ball, and they were able to wrap it up. They win at 61-50. Holly DeLay, 16 points for Washington County. Tess Chetrley, 11. 26 from Katie Glatzik, 19 from Cassidy Hoffler. Washington County loses 61-50.
All right, Flip, we appreciate it. Still one more game to go in the TVL. The boys' championship will have Hanover. They are faced off in the championship game against Troy. So Washington County, a second-place runner-up at this year's TVL, hosted on their home courts. Here, the Clay Center Lady Tigers, boy, they put 3.9 seconds back on the board. Wow. That is a lot more time than I thought had been put on the board. Now, Hannah Ferguson has rolled an ankle, it looks like, and will come to the sideline and will not play the final 3.9 seconds is what they put back on the clock. I thought maybe 2 seconds they would put back on, but they put it 3.9. Callaway will inbound. The Mullen in the backcourt. And will Hesston foul? They will not. Clay Center gets it in bounds, and that's the ball game. 34-28. The Lady Tigers have claimed the Trojan Classic Championship here in Hillsboro with a final 34-28. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll wrap it up with the Trojan Classic after this.
Quickly improve your new year with Pulse Internet up to 1,000 megabits per second from Twin Valley. Speeding up your internet is an easy resolution to achieve. Plus, it may help with other resolutions like reducing stress by getting rid of internet that is too slow for your needs. How many new devices did you add to your household this Christmas? Have more fun with a better streaming experience with Pulse Internet from Twin Valley. Call 800-515-3311 for a speedier 2017.
All Goodyear Titan farm tires are now on sale at the Farmers Cooperative. Save now on Goodyear Titan tractor, pivot, implement, and narrow or wide sprayer tires. Plus, Goodyear Titan offers the new low sidewall technology that reduces compaction, road lope, and power hop while improving safety and performance. Stop by your local Farmers Cooperative tire branch today and save on all types of farm tires.
Investing in our owners' success. Farmers Cooperative.
Back once again, the Lady Tigers have claimed the Trojan Classic Championship in a rematch with Hesston. It's Clay Center who comes away with the title here in Hillsboro. The trophy being handed as we speak to the Lady Tiger huddle. And it is Clay Center with the victory here in a championship that sees them win at 34-28. A 6-point victory as they hold off Hesston in the title game. It was a 7-point performance from Olivia Brubaker all in the second half that led the way for Hesston, who won a defensive performance overall by the Clay Center Lady Tigers in this ball game. And the Lady Tigers holding that trophy now. A lot of people getting down to get pictures for you. And it will be Clay Center with the title here, 34-28. 9 points from Lauren Lane, 7 in the first half. 7 points from Addie Mullen, 6 for Sid Callaway, 6 for Hannah Ferguson, 2 from Haley Franson, and 4, the game's final 4 points from Allie Wright-Frederick. And the Clay City Lady Tigers are your tournament champs here in Hillsboro in the Trojan Classic. They go to 12-0 now on the year. Lady Tigers win it 34-28. Tiger boys won earlier to take 5th place in a 51-42 final. A lot still to come in the TVL with the boys championship. Hanover taking on Troy. But again here, the Lady Tigers, Hillsboro Trojan Classic champs, 34-28 over Hesston. Lady Tigers now 12-0 on the year. We'll take you back to the studios for this break and then back over to Flip Casper to finish up the TVL in Washington. This is Rocky Downing from Hillsboro along with our studio engineer, Bernie Fancella, telling you to enjoy the rest of your sports Saturday.